Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another training rant video and talk about the critiques that Idubbbz has been getting lately. Now a training rant video for me is, I just train a little bit when I'm talking about a specific subject that interests me. So today I want to talk about Idubbbz because I've been watching a lot of it recently about, people critiquing Idubbbz and, how he has changed and everything like that. Now, the first thing that I want to skim over is that whole situation with the creator class, because the situation already has been covered to death, and I think I would agree with most people when they say that Froggy Fresh was done wrong in the whole altercation that he had with Anisa. So I'm not gonna defend that as a good thing. In that particular case, yes, I think some of the critiques that are getting are valid. However, I do want to talk about something else that's what really interests me, and it's this whole thing where they're attacking Anisa, for changing Idubbbz or for making Idubbbz into a simp or a cock, whatever you want to call it. Since they have a public relationship, it's already known that they're girlfriend and boyfriend. Everybody's giving their opinion on it. Everybody's trying to meddle into their lives and saying to Idubbbz, hey man, basically, leave her, bruh. Like you used to be cool, bruh. You used to say the N-word and edgy. I miss you. Leave that girl and return to what you were. Which to me, I don't know, seems kind of stupid. It seems like, how do I say this? Seems like ignorantly entitled. You know what I mean? Obviously, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but maybe you should think about what it is that you're saying and your critiques about him. Because I'm gonna tell you what I think. Let's say that Anisa has some influence on Idubbbz to reform him a little bit. How is that bad? Honestly, that he stopped saying the N-word? That he doesn't have to rely now on edgy content anymore? How is that bad? His new content is good. I don't know why people are giving him such a hard time. Why are people clinging to the past and not looking forward to his progress as a person or his progress as a creator? Why are they just clinging to the past? Now, I find it weird because, listen, in private, you can have your own opinion, right? Like, let's say your opinion is a simple opinion of like, okay, I used to like his content better back when he was doing Content Cup, when he was more like a commentary channel. I used to prefer that. That's fine. That's fine. That's your own personal opinion. However, if you go on Twitter or if you go into his videos and start, saying like, oh, you suck now, or like, oh, Anisa has ruined you, stuff like that, once you make it public like that, it's a little, for me, like I said, a little bit too entitled and a little bit too ignorant, because his change, he's trying to change, it seems like he's trying to change as a person to become a better person. He has decided for himself that he doesn't want to be that guy anymore. And I respect that. And more than respect that, I think that's a good change in general. Now add to that all these people that are, giving this critique of like, oh, go back to what you were, and get rid of Anisa. All these people, they don't know Idubbbz on a personal level. They don't care about Idubbbz at all, actually. They don't care about his personal growth as a person. They don't care that he's trying to go in another creative direction. They don't care, honestly. To them, he's just, their entertainer. To Anisa, though, that's her boyfriend. That's someone that she cares about. I would assume they've been together and that they love each other. And here's the thing. Why would you listen to the random people on the internet instead of listening to your partner that actually cares about you and wants what's better for you? So let's say that she does have an influence on him. How is that influence bad? You know what I mean? Because when they criticize Idubbbz over Anisa, it really sounds like toxic masculinity. It really does. Like, put your woman in place, bro. Like, you should be the head of the relationship. It gives up that vibe. You know what I mean? And the other critique is how his content itself has changed. Now listen, I'm like most people, okay? My favorite era of Idubbbz was the Content Cup era. I mean, he was very harsh when it comes as a commentator. He went all in. He was very hard. He was edgy and he was funny. All right, and I would say at that time, that's the peak of when I was his biggest fan. However, I also know that Idubbbz is a person that it's maturing and constantly changing. I mean, I remember I saw him on a podcast with Total Biscuit back when Total Biscuit was alive. I mean, rip Total Biscuit. They did a podcast and he was on there not as a commentator channel. He was on there as a gaming channel because he started off like a gaming channel. I think he was playing Overgrowth, a game called Overgrowth. He used to cover that a lot, and if you see that whole interview, he's a very different person. He's a very tame person. It's weird, bro. It's weird how tame he was, honestly, when you compare it to the commentary era that went after that. My point with saying that is that he started as a gaming channel, and then he moved on to commentary, and now he's moving on to something else. All right. And now, even though I do prefer that era of Content Cup, I do think that was more entertaining than the current era. I do like the current era as well. Oh my God! Oh Jesus! I should have followed that. That would have been so nice. So yeah, like I was saying, even though I do prefer that commentary era, the stuff that he's doing now is pretty good too. I mean, it's just different, you know. Now he's doing like more documentary styles, which I like. He did the Samhai one, he did the Safari one, and he did one that I recently got into it. When I first saw it, I didn't like it much, but now I'm kind of liking this dude. He did the one on Dax Flame, which I'm watching recently a lot, and I really like that guy. And it's thanks to Idubbbz that I actually know that guy, so that's pretty cool. Even though that guy has been around like the old YouTube for a while, I didn't watch YouTube back then. So I came to know of him through Idubbbz. So I think those commentary videos that that kind of format that he's doing right now, it's good. And more than that, I'm a person that believes that change is good for your soul. Change is good for your personal growth. You might leave some things behind that you felt personally were holding you back. The things that were haunting your conscience or bothering your conscience. And I think it's good to leave that behind, you know what I mean? And just in general, as a creative content creator, I do think it's good to change and move in another direction and keep evolving your content, despite, even if people, still want you to do your old content. I don't particularly think you should listen to them. Okay, I know that your fan base and everything like that, right? But you as a content creator or just as a creative person, you need to move forward, not backwards. And sometimes you move forwards in a direction that people don't like, or people might prefer the old stuff. And that's fine, that's my case. But the thing is, his new stuff is not bad, right? If his new stuff was bad, I would probably be saying, Idubbbz, kind of ruined his content or whatever. I would probably be on that camp, even though I wouldn't publicly shame him, like I said. I would probably personally think, Idubbbz, has kind of ruined his content. But, like I said, his new content is not bad. Obviously, it is different than what it used to be, and it doesn't rely on the toxicity or negativity that it used to rely on. And I think all of that is a good thing. Overall, I would say that everything that Idubbbz is trying to do as his personal growth as a person, it seems to be a good thing. He seems to be doing it to genuinely grow as a person and leave ignorant stuff that he did behind. Now, on the other hand, I'm going to say this. When Idubbbz was doing the Content Cup, he was very harsh on people, right? So in a way, you can say it is deserved that people are not going this hard on him, because that's how he used to go on people. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that, he should be babied and he shouldn't have these critiques going on, about him. So that from that perspective, I get it. All these people that are bashing him, they're doing what he used to do. Okay, so I don't want to fault them too much for that. But personally, I think that the critiques that are lobbying against them don't hold much water, don't hold much weight, in my opinion. Because, like I said, he's doing all this to change as a person. It's for his own personal gains, for his own personal, interests, for his own personal growth. And that's why I think these critiques are, I don't know, seem kind of ignorant. You know what I mean? People change. You know what I mean? Content creators change. They adapt with times. There's been a lot of content creators that have tried to change the way they do their content, to not rely so much on being edgy, to not rely so much on being toxic, to rely more on being entertaining in a more clean way. I can think of two other examples aside from Idubbbz. I can think of Joji, Filthy Frank. I mean, Filthy Frank was awesome as Filthy Frank. But now he's Joji, right? Now he's singing, and even though I don't personally like Joji's music, I think it's good that he changed as a person. It's good that he's creatively fulfilling or creatively, you know, approaching another stage in his career. Even though Filthy Frank was awesome, you know what I mean? And sometimes they do want to disassociate with the person that they used to be, because people do deserve, you know, people, how do I say this? I was gonna say people deserve to change, but that's not what I meant at all. I meant people should be able to change and not be held down by their own fan base telling them what they think and what they should do with their careers. The other person that I can think of that did this is Aaron Hansen from the Game Grumps, Ego Raptor. He has publicly said that, you know, he said a lot of stuff in the past that he doesn't want to say now. And he's made a good argument for it. He's like, I just don't want to promote that kind of behavior anymore, which is the same thing that Idubbbz has said. I don't want to promote the mentality and the behavior that I used to have in my videos. I don't want my fans to have that mentality. It's something that I overcome, and you know, and when he says that, you can kind of say, you can kind of figure out that he's hoping that his fan base overcome it too. You know what I mean? And me personally, something that I had to overcome is that whole notion of like accepting that creative people need to follow different creative endeavors for their own good. And that's something that I had to overcome too, because for example, I used to be I'm still a fan of the Pixies, right? But for the longest time, I wanted the Pixies to make the old stuff that they did, because it was so good, right? It was so raw that I wanted them to make the old stuff. And what that did is, having the mentality, what that did is close my mind to be receptive to their new material, which is, some of them is good, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna say it's as good as it used to be, but I've changed my mentality to try not to be so close-minded, to try to give them freedom as an artist. And one of the reasons I changed my mentality is because if you like somebody's old stuff, that stuff is always gonna be there for you. It's never gonna go away. You know what I mean? Unless they delete it completely off the internet, or they delete it completely, that stuff is always gonna be there for you. You can always enjoy it. So why not try to enjoy something different from them? Try to see it from a new perspective. Try to see it from the new perspective that they're trying to approach creatively, and try to enjoy that for that. You know what I mean? Instead of just wanting, oh my God. Basically, it's like, enjoy it for what it is, not for what you want it to be. You know what I mean? Try to give up that entitlement that you think you have over these people, and just try to appreciate the stuff that they have. If you do find some merit on it, you know what I mean? If you don't like it at all, that's fine. You know what I mean? But still, you don't have to be super harsh and be so entitled to think that they actually have to listen to you and go back to what they were. All right? It's their choice as an artist, as a creator, just as a creative person, to move in whatever creative direction they want. So yeah, that's my takes on the Idubbbz situation. If you stick to the end of the video, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.